weekend.
We are nearly a month into the new year, so now might be a good time to check on how those New Year's resolutions are coming along.
Yeah, that's right. According to the National Institutes of Health, it takes about 10 weeks to form a new habit. So you are about halfway there. That's some good news. But let's say you've fallen off track. Don't beat yourself up. Today, we are going to look at ways to help you bounce back.
Joining us now for more is Horwitch. She's a mindset coach, author, and the founder of Woman Against Negative Talk. Good to have you with us. So we probably all know maybe the answer to this deep and down if we don't want to acknowledge it, though, which is why are the reasons we don't succeed, might be struggling right now with our resolution.
I mean, there are some that are surprising. I think one that might be a bit more obvious for people is a lack of clarity going into things, getting specific about what those goals are, but also we have to allow ourselves flexibility to be able to pivot, be able to recognize what our starting point is. And then something that people often forget is that January is like cozy hibernation month. And so oftentimes we can get swept up in sort of the energy of the New Year's, and we make goals because we think we're supposed to, when really what we want to do is hibernate and reflect and go a little easier on ourselves.
Just binge TV.
Yeah. I'm very much the mine kind of kick in like the third week of January. You know,
Same.
I need a beat to deal with holiday recovery, all that kind of stuff. What can you do though to try to avoid negative feelings, negative self-talk if you have fallen off? Let's say you kind of really went for it and it's not working out so far. What should you do?
Yeah, if you're having that sort of oops or eek moment, I think recognizing that those feelings are normal feelings to have is so important. Giving yourself grace and space to move through those and not letting the feelings that you have about those feelings take over, the guilt, the shame. And then also this language around getting on and off the wagon. I think we hear that a lot in the new year, right? And I like to get rid of the wagon altogether. Your life is the wagon.
No one uses a wagon anymore.
Yeah, you are on a journey. So recognizing that your life is going to have high highs, low lows, and setting yourself up for success for those to sort of pre-plan, okay, how am I going to pivot? How am I going to work in flexibility? That can be really helpful in those moments where you feel like, I might as well just give up.
So what is, if you are struggling right now and you're at the end of January and you're thinking, oh, I failed at my resolutions, how do you get back on track? What's your best advice for that?
I love following the feelings. So getting back to the why of not just why did I set out to make these goals in the first place, but why do I want this in my life? How do I want to feel after my goals? Success is great because it's subjective. We get to define it for ourselves. So also getting really clear on what do my success markers look like, right? Because it can get really easy to get wrapped up in other people's success markers. So following the feeling, getting back to the why, and then being proactive, not reactive in those moments where you feel like maybe you're faltering a little is key to set yourself up for long-term success.
I also feel like it's helpful for me to remember that we kind of just made this up. There's no reason that January 1st is your whole life has to change.
Yes. I mean, right now, like I said, we are in a season that is more conducive to a little bit more ease and hibernation. So if springtime is a time that feels really good to set goals, doing like what you said, taking this moment to reflect and be easy on yourself and take in the world can really, really help you give that self-compassion to yourself that so many of us say that we want to have.
Yeah.
Great perspective to have. And
love it.
Groundhog Day, how about that? That's coming up.
That's when your resolutions
Make your resolutions
That's
kick off on
perfect.
Groundhog Day.
We'll check in then.
Only if Puxatawny Phil doesn't see.
Yeah.
All right. Horwitch, thank you so much. That was great. We appreciate having you on.
Thank you so much.